What we do here is go back, 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 back.
What's good, y'all?
Hey.
Trey and Coco here of the Steamer Step Out. And we're just coming back. It's been a little minute because we got some good news for you guys.
How long has it been?
It's probably been about 2 weeks. But in the YouTube world, that's like 2 years. So it's been a little minute. But like I said, guys, we have some really excellent news that we want to share with you, of course.
And we look a hot mess. It's because we're tired.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Actually, it's been a long 2 weeks, like
yeah,
I said.
It has.
Just work and, just excited about this news we got for you guys. But, yeah, we want to share some updates with you guys. I know the last video we posted was kind of like an intro, and then she kind of talked about, like, her job process, the hunting. And, of course, we're relocating to Colorado, so now, after everything has transpired, we want to kind of give you guys some more info on what's happening with that. So
we got a job offer, so we will be relocating. It's for sure now.
100%.
So I got 2 job offers, and they both were good job offers, but actually, I think that the job offer that I didn't take was actually a better annual job offer.
Yeah.
But the one that I decided to take offered me like almost a $7,000 relocation bonus, which is like it's good because we're relocating a family of 6. And like right before we decided to really go after this dream of living in Colorado, we like refurnished our entire house. So like the option of selling everything is like was a total hell no.
Yeah, it was
because we really love it, and then we have
wasn't up for option.
Yeah, it wasn't, and we had some sentimental value to like our table because me and my husband made it together, so we knew for sure we wanted to take that. And then just honestly, it can get so expensive trying to refurnish a house, especially when we're coming from a 4-bedroom apartment. Like we want to keep life as simple and as comfortable, and I guess as what's the word I'm looking for? Like normal for our children as possible. And so we're going to be in a whole nother place, different weather, different things. And they're excited about the move, but they need some type of, we feel like mental and physical reference for what they consider home. And so that wasn't one of the things we're willing to do. So just when we started pricing, actually moving our furniture. So this is something that I really wanted to talk to y'all about because I kept on trying to find information on how to get my stuff there, to get our stuff there, how much it would cost, and I could not find any of that information in YouTube videos. And also, like, it was really hard for me to find it on Google. They had like, oh, it could range from this amount to this amount, but it was no like solid amount. So I want to talk to y'all a second about how that process goes. What do they do? What are they doing it by? Okay, so we have 3 quotes and 3 companies that we're considering going with. And we will be taking y'all on the process. And whatever company we use, we will be doing a review on that company as well. Because I've heard so many horror stories of like, oh my God, I didn't get my stuff and I didn't have furniture for this long. And even when I told my grandmother, which is like, a very just staple piece in my life. I go to her for advice for everything. When I told her that I was gonna just pay to relocate the stuff, because we have 4 kids, so initially we thought we would be separate for a little bit of time. It's like he can't pack and do all of this with 4 children, right? So we knew off the bat that wasn't just the convenience. We live on the 3rd floor now. It wasn't an option.
It was a lot.
The first thing she said was, girl, you better be careful who you go with, because some people you don't ever get your stuff from until months later. Because what we learned is that there are some companies that handle the move from beginning to the end, and then there are some companies that have brokers and they sell off the loads. So that's one thing to consider. So right now we have the lowest quote. I've only gone with people who are don't sell off to brokers.
Yeah.
So I have three companies that I'm looking at, and the lowest quote that we have is $2,400. But the $2,400 quote is not any dismantling of the beds or helping to put those things back together or anything that needs to be put back together. Is not including that. And then the highest quote that I have is basically $2,900. So about 28 something.
And I think that's full service, right?
That's full service. Right. They're gonna do everything.
Right.
And what they do is they go by how many bedrooms you have, and then you have to give them an inventory list of everything in those bedrooms. And so they do it based off cubic squareage of how big the truck needs to be. And so a lot of companies will overestimate you and it'll end up being adjusted. So that's one thing I wanted to tell y'all that we learned in this process. Like, and honestly, when you look at renting the truck, when we looked at renting a U-Haul and doing it, I think you got, how much was the U-Haul?
I think it was like $1,700 altogether.
But it was just for the truck.
Oh, just for the truck was like $1,300.
So $1,300. We decided not to go that direction because
we just really couldn't find nobody to either drive with me or because the first option. Or the first job that offer she took, like she said, we were going to be separate. And she was going to have to go ahead of us. And me and the girls were going to hang back and finish up here. So, moving from Texas to Colorado, that's not like no...
That's like 1,000 miles.
Yeah, it's not like no overnight trip. It was 17 hours. And I got all ranges of girls' ages, so I was going to definitely have to stop. And so I just felt like it was going to be a lot to try to move a U-Haul with the girls and try to find somebody to drive my car behind me, or just somebody in the truck. So we ended up Xing that out because it was just like, we might as well try to put some more money with that and take the stress out of
it. Yeah, because also you would have had to move. You and your brother would have had to move this stuff.
Then try to drive 17 hours, stop halfway, get a hotel.
Then there's the risk of having your items in the truck while you sleep overnight.
So it was a lot of factors in that for me that I was like, no.
No, and then also really big thing that I learned every single moving company that I called, they offer up to 30 days
of free storage. Yeah, that was huge.
And one company offered even 35 days. So like for me, that was a big thing because they may come get our stuff at this day, but like this particular job, I'm going to be training in Houston. But the other job, I was training there, but obviously I'm in training and then I'm getting a new job. So I need time to find somewhere to live. So that gives me like a 30-day window to figure out where so I can actually have them drop this stuff off somewhere. So that's a good thing because I think another thing that we kind of considered was having our stuff in, like if we couldn't just moving our stuff and putting it in storage, which would have cost us anyway. So that was a good thing. But I think once you think about paying for the truck, the hassle of driving it, the hassle of actually packing your stuff into the truck, then you have to have gas. That's gonna be like another $500 or $600. Then you have to stay in the room. If somebody else is driving you, you have to get them their own room. You have to feed them. Then we have to fly them back because they couldn't. So it was really like once you get done, you were off about like $200, and you had all of this. You saved like $200. You had all this extra stress.
I'm like, just put some extra money with that, and just have somebody come and do everything that we're doing. Then that'll create a stress-free ride.
Exactly. It's already gonna be stressful because we're relocating the family.
Right.
So I was just like, babe, I don't even think we should even. And he totally agreed. Yeah. But we wanted to explore every option. So we don't know what U-Hauls look like in other places, but as far as Texas goes, where we are. That would have been about $200, but you have to put the gas back in, and you don't have to drive it back. You can drop it off at another place. So that's also an option. And then really, if you don't have to fly somebody back and you're just driving there yourself, like if y'all just driving together, then you may be able to save some money there. Yeah. And then only one room, you may be able to save some money there. But I think overall, if you can do it to where you don't have to have a family member or whatever, and you're okay with the risk of being having your furniture there overnight in like outside in a hotel parking lot, then I think that overall you could probably save about $600, right? Yeah. And that's worth it for some people. Right. But also, another thing to consider is when you're driving a U-Haul across the country, like I tell my husband, if you're by yourself, like I don't even feel comfortable with that because like, let's just be honest. He's a black man driving a truck across the country.
Right,
like,
so.
You're a target to be pulled over. So I'm like, no, I wasn't comfortable with that at all. So, that's one thing.
Yeah.
So, what else did we learn?
I think you hit everything. I mean, the one thing that kind of surprised me was the broker information, like you said. But other than that, I mean, it was a lot of options that we had to really sit through, and it was a grueling process because I mean, every day was like planned it out to the T. Like, every single option, and I've never been that person. She always has, but I never have.
And then also, I think that that's the reason why we really haven't posted a video in a while.
Because it took us a minute.
And
it did.
We really sat down. We almost went to bed and did this in the morning. But I think like it's such a grueling process. You almost forget to document everything because it's just like I'm trying to get it done for my family. Right. So another thing I think to point out, something that we've been doing is he has gotten apps to all of the local grocery stores there, so we have a pretty good idea of what food is gonna cost us. Right. So
we've been searching.
Yeah, we've been searching, and then also we've been searching
houses, of course.
Apartments,
apartments. You know, just different houses in different communities. Because where we will be at, we got the option. The good thing about Colorado to me is there's a lot of places to live, just outside of
Denver. Yeah.
You know, outside of Denver, a lot of suburban areas.
It reminds me kind of Houston.
Yeah.
Where it's like you got the city, but all these nice, like, suburban areas.
Yeah, so, I mean, there is a lot of options, I feel like, all around there that I feel are good because, you know, 10, 15 minutes, you know, within driving and, I mean, let's just face it, that's pretty good, you know, and so, of course, every city is going to have their traffic, but I think that opens up our opportunities for a house or for an apartment or, you know, whatever, you know, style of living that we're looking for, that I felt was like, okay, good. You know, it was a positive to us relocating. It wasn't just like, oh, we have to live in Denver or we have to live in Aurora.
We've been really researching the area.
So I think that stood out to me.
Another thing that I would really like to point out is two things. And when we've been doing our research, we've been actually physically calling apartments and places where you can rent houses to just really see. So one huge thing that stuck out to both of us is here in Texas, we've lived all over Texas, or Houston in Beaumont. Here in Texas, when you do an apartment application, you have to put the deposit down right then. Yeah. So if you get denied, there's this process to getting your deposit back right? Basically. Every place that I've called in Colorado, you do the application, and then once you're approved, then you pay the deposit. Yeah. I think that's a huge thing. That was good too. Because your money's tied up once you put this deposit down, and it's like, damn, I can't do nothing else because... And then, you know, then they have up to 30 days here to give it back to you, and it's like... it's a process. I don't have 30 days. If that's your last $400 or $500, I need that back, you know? Pretty much everywhere you go in Texas, you have to make 3 times the rent. Yeah. In Colorado, we've seen a lot of places where you can make 2 times the rent or 2.5 times the rent. So that's also like a big thing because I think the cost of living there, as far as renting, is more expensive. Housing is more expensive. But you know, it helps when you don't have to make 3 times the rent. Because if you're going to pay $1,500, which is looking like we're going to pay anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 a month in housing.
I would say even 17 to $2,000 because I really didn't see.
I've seen a lot.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been digging though.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
It looks like we're going to pay that much. So like, if you really think about it, I can afford... you know, $2,000 because we all know, like, if we could, but it's like if you have to make 3 times the rent, you gotta make $6,000 a month. That's not no little bit, you know. Yeah, 6 times 12 is like what?
That's 50. I mean, that's 60. So 6 times
no, that's
12.
not.
No, 76.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a thing to consider, right? So that too.
Yeah, most definitely. So again, that goes back to trying different areas, you know, going outside the city, not living so much in the city. I think another thing, what I did to do was, she mentioned looking at the apartments. I had made a whole list because we were physically calling. But another thing I had to do was I researched the public transit out there because that was going to be when she was gonna leave for the other job
We only have one
offer.
family car.
Yeah, we only have one family car, so of course, I was gonna keep the family car where she goes. Well, she still was gonna have to get around, grocery shop, and of course, we had Uber and Lyft, things like that. But I also researched, the public transit, extensively. So
They have really good
and
public
yeah, really
transit
good.
so
I mean,
far.
the train, they have a train system that runs pretty much
Light
through,
rail.
yeah, through all the city and can get you, from
We'll see how it actually works when we get
yeah. Obviously, but so what I was saying was basically I researched and researched public transit out there, and kind of figured out like what their prices was as far as like a monthly pass. You got to go into details about how many transfers you can get from bus to bus, because that gets kind of tricky.
Or light rail to bus. Because didn't you say that, like, you can't, that something happened where you can't transfer from light rail to bus or something?
So for one of the passes, like what was a monthly pass, I think it was like $114 for the whole month, and it was unlimited passes, but you can only do, I think it said like 2 zones. And so I think that is related to how many buses you can transfer. So if you're on a route that you got to get off one bus, go to another bus to get off to another one, if it has multiple bus rides, it can be
in different zones.
right. It can be kind of tricky as far as what you can get. So thank God that this other offer came about, because we were kind of looking in between Uber, Lyft, and the rides wasn't so bad. I think I booked her a hotel. I booked her a hotel close to the job where she was going to be at, which was going to be in the mall. So the Uber rides wasn't too bad. So when you're going through this process, man, I encourage y'all to, when you do it, just make sure you dive into every single thing. Take your time. Make sure you really plan out every option to the T. I mean, every single thing, because it's detrimental that you guys do that. So
also, please, y'all, if y'all have questions or things that you want to know, like, please comment down below. Or what email can we give?
You guys could always email us at
how about we make a Yahoo, the steamer step out at yahoo.com.
Yeah, it's gonna be the steamer step out at yahoo.com.
Let me do that right now while we're on video.
Yeah, you guys can always reach out to us there, or comment section, of course. That's usually the quickest way. But yeah, just email us.
Does it notify us, baby?
It will notify us, yeah. Just make sure you guys reach out. Yeah, we'd love to hear you guys' questions. We'd love to.
I'm not trying to miss anything. I feel like there's a lot of questions that we had, and we did so much research leading up to this
that we couldn't find. So the good thing is we're here to close those gaps, to answer those questions that you feel like are unanswered. And it's like back in high school, guys. There's nothing I feel like is a stupid answer. Ask, because I'm pretty sure it's more of you guys out there that are willing to relocate. I'm pretty sure we're not the only people. People do it, lots of times throughout the years and over the years. I'm pretty sure from just one person to a family of 6. Whatever you guys' dynamic is, just make sure you guys reach out to us, because it was a really grueling process, as I mentioned before. And I'm glad I got her. She's super awesome and very meticulous and stuff like that. Detail oriented. When it comes to things like that, I'd just been like, we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And we would have been in some very, very, very interesting situations. So, but it all worked out, guys. We're super excited. We're going to take you on our journey, as we said. We're going to continue to vlog our steps, and we'll walk you through each step. We'll video. We'll make sure we vlog as much as we can. We are expecting to be in Colorado by the end of next month in July. So hand clap, guys. Things are looking up for us. Anything else you want to add? Oh, another little thing to make sure that we research, and I think she wanted to touch on that, was schools. That's a huge thing. I also found out in Colorado that most of them go to school 4 days a week instead of 5 days a week. So for our kids, they were super excited. For me, not so much, because I'm a stay-at-home dad. But That's another good thing for people who have kids. I know education is important. The good thing about Colorado, though, is out of all the 50 states, they're ranked pretty high, top 10, and pretty much everything as far as education-wise. As a state, overall, they really have a really good educational system. So that's really good. That's a plus that I found out doing some research. So people with kids, family with kids, if you're looking to relocate to Colorado or just anywhere, just make sure, of course, those things are on your list because education is important. And then you can also look at your options as far as homeschooling, co-op, whatever you guys do. So make sure y'all check that out as well because that plays a huge part for us, kind of like where we move. There's going to be parts of the city and parts of Denver that are going to have the better school districts. So, of course,
like every place.
Yeah, like every place. But, I mean, so those are going to be kind of high on our list. She actually just finished the Yahoo, which was really quick.
If you want to contact us, it is Steamers Step Out. STEEMERS STEPOUT at Yahoo. No spaces, no caps. Steamers Step Out at yahoo.com. Any questions, any of that? Like anything you want us, any videos you want us to do?
Yeah, and just kind of let us know.
I will make us a Facebook and a Instagram account this week so that I can post
kind of like our journey
videos, pictures. I can link the YouTube videos there, all of that. So y'all just bear with this. We're gonna make sure we post a video weekly from now on.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, just stick with us. We do appreciate you guys tuning in. Until our next video.
What's gonna be our day? How about we get a day that
we'll try to upload. Let's try to shoot for every Sunday. I feel like Sundays are the days where people are kind of more.
I feel like Sunday is our family day, so if we trying to get a video out by Sunday,
let's do it midweek then. Let's do it like a Thursday, because I feel like towards the weekend people get crazy and they don't really, So I would say let's try to upload like on a Thursday or like a Monday, every Monday, something like that.
I think
kind of like Monday's a good thing. So we'll shoot every Monday to upload or Tuesday. So guys, just be kind of out on the lookout for that. Make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, so that way when we upload, you guys get that exclusive, baby, that exclusive right off top, And just again, comment, email us. We do appreciate you guys tuning in. I am Trey. This is Coco, and we are
the Steamers Step Out,
and we
are going to bed.
Yes, because
I'm tired.
This one has been working all day, and she has to get up in the morning. Me, I can kind of sleep in a little bit. Still got a job to do, but you guys get the point. Peace.